Do you like my new shirt?
Sure, man. It's cool. Could have been better.
What was that?
I said it could have been better.
You want to fight about
Yeah, I
it?
do. Let's go, chump. Hold on a second. We don't need to fight.
We don't?
All you need to do is go to 86.com and choose from one of their many designs. Franchises range from Skullgirls to Street Fighter and even BlazBlue. And if you check out 86 through this Twitch channel, use 86.com/?AFF=4 to let them know that Mission Star Podcast sent you. All right, so our next person up to talk about their news story, we're going to go right into Ramen. And Ramen, the floor is yours. Oh, and I have the wrong video.
Alrighty, guys.
I will
So-
fix that.
Are we ready to go?
You can keep going. I'm just going to replace that video. So just keep going.
Okay, cool. All right, so this article is from Kotaku. And it's from no, I agree.
Money hat.
I
Money
agree.
hat.
Dude, I fucking
I
agree.
want an actual source of news.
No, I totally fucking agree, but I can just, this is the only article that I can find in like a short time. So, we have some troubles, or maybe troubles, in the land of Halo, which is a game that I fucking love. So, here's the article from Kotaku. Tim Longo, creative director for upcoming Halo Infinite, left developer 343 Industries this week, this is maybe like 2 weeks ago. Okay. So it's part of a leadership shakeup that arrives late in the development of the next Halo game, which is scheduled for release in fall 2020. Longo, a industry veteran who also served as creative director for Halo 5, had moved to a different role a few weeks ago, according to two people familiar with goings-on at 343. This week, he left the company entirely. The creative director of Halo Infinite is gone. Okay? Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because we haven't seen shit from this game. No fucking gameplay. All we got was that fucking trailer and no gameplay, and the fact that your creative director is dropping out, I feel like that I'm feeling very nervous about this fucking Halo Infinite game.
So it was funny because, or not funny, it was actually so happened like another big director, creative director that left midway through her development on a game, and that was God, it was the Japanese woman that everybody fell in love with at E3. That was working on a horror ghost game during the Bethesda press conference. I forgot her name.
Yeah.
But like she recently like just announced that she left and like literally put her LinkedIn profile linked in her Twitter. It's like, hey, hire me, essentially.
Yeah.
So
That's okay. I'm gonna put that into code for everybody. I'm gonna break down this code. If you leave a game company and you leave, and your Twitter is basically like, please hire me, you got fired. Okay? So
I mean, I was
kind of questions about that?
I was paraphrasing that, but like
Okay, no, but I mean, I don't think it's the same thing with this guy.
Oh no, I'm not saying with this guy. I don't know, but I'm just saying like in general, if you see somebody in the game development company like leave the company and their like LinkedIn or their Twitter is basically saying, "Hey, I need a job," they did not leave. They got terminated.
Yeah, something fucking happened. There's like more to it.
That's interesting because I've been hearing like the opposite, but that's beside
You
the
don't,
point.
you
That's
don't
beside the
leave
point.
you don't leave one of those jobs and not have a job lined up. That's just how it is. Because it's easier to get jobs in the game industry when you have a job in the game industry currently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. But just for me, I'm a huge ass Halo fan. To where, like, my console of choice, like this next generation, Like my plan is to get the next Xbox with Halo Infinite. Like that is my fucking plan. And the fact that the creative director is like leaving and we haven't seen shit of this game and it releases in fall, like what I just kind of just I don't think it's gonna be like good for Halo, man.
It definitely puts a shade of like uncertainty on all this, especially with a game supposedly coming out in the fall of next year.
Okay. To be fair though, Halo hasn't really been good since 343 took over.
I would argue four. I would argue four was fun.
Yeah.
4 was fun. 5 I didn't play, but heard it was pretty.
See,
bad.
Okay, the difference between fun and good.
Okay, I think Halo 4 was actually good.
Same.
I feel like the fucking story was good.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the fucking gameplay was really good. The introduction of the new enemies and stuff like that was like really good.
The new enemies were just dumb.
They're
just dumb.
No man, they're fucking good. Like
hey, I love Halo, but like the enemies in 4 were just like meh.
no man. Oh god. But even I don't know. I feel like Halo 4 was like really good. 5 was shitty, and yeah. So I think that's kind of why they're not going into 6. It's like okay, let's do like Infinite and cool. But like a lot of Halo fans, what it comes down to is the fucking gameplay. We need to see something from the fucking gameplay.
And I'm pretty sure they will show some gameplay, but I think that it's gonna. With the creative director leaving, it could either mean a few things. It could one mean that as I said, that the creative director was fired, and they were not agreeing with one another on what ideas they want to go forward with the game, and have this idea in mind, and they could continue to make it without him. Or maybe like he left for a better job, which we're hopeful that maybe they be the case. But yeah, like it doesn't look good in the outset. Will it affect the game in the future? We don't know exactly. Hopefully maybe by E3 next year we'll see something.
I mean,
but I don't know.
Like I don't know. I feel really worried about this whole game because we've seen so little of it, and then we hear somebody's leaving the fucking team, like a very core member of the team leaving. It kind of gives me these like Anthem vibes to where it was like, oh yeah, like Anthem's going to like be fucking cool and it's gonna do this and that.
What was
But we didn't hear shit for like hella long until like a few months.
It's right before launch. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's like here's the E3 preview, and now we're gonna go silent running, and good luck.
Yeah, no. And I'm feeling the same fucking vibe because we haven't gotten shit. We haven't gotten fucking shit from Halo Infinite, to be honest with you.
I was gonna say, what was his track record before? Like, what were the other games he worked on? I'm assuming the previous Halo games.
Okay, well, he was. Hold on, they said it here in the article. He worked on Halo 5. I think he was creative director for Halo 5. Yeah, okay, so Longo industry veteran who also served as creative director for Halo 5. Oh, maybe it's actually probably good that he's out of there now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if he was the main guy for Halo 5, it might be a good thing.
Yeah, maybe that, you know what, that actually might be a fucking good thing.
Okay.
And that's what happens when you don't do your research, kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but even then though, okay, like aside from like his style, it's still.
Well, but that might be why you haven't seen anything, because
That's
maybe
true.
it was just more of Halo 5 rehashed, and they're like, yeah, about that, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bring up a really good point, Alex.
And
Yeah.
I have been hearing about as far as like what Halo Infinite is going to be. Like I've been hearing that it's going to be a what's the word looking for? Very much like a what's that man? What's that game by Ubisoft? No, what's that game by Ubisoft that recently came out? It's on tip of my tongue. You're in like what's it? Washington D.C. Greg was playing it for a little bit.
Fucking Division.
Yeah. Like I'm like what I've been hearing is like Halo Infinite is going to be much like not the same style, but of that type of game, games of a platform.
All that tells me is that
service.
Yes.
all that tells me is that 343 is trying to become Bungie, and that's not a good idea.
Yeah, that's Yeah.
Well, because think about it, like Division and Destiny run a lot of parallels to each other. 343 only came into existence because of Halo. It's literally the only title they work on because that's the only one they have. It's their only IP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the entire reason for their existence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But why would you be rolling to a game for service with a shooter? Like, your bread and butter on this is literally, we're going to put out a shooter, we know it's going to at least be solid in the multiplayer, and we're going to make money on it because Halo fans are going to buy this. That's your only job. Don't go off the fucking rails. Don't jump the shark. Don't reinvent the fucking wheel.
Exactly.
I think,
Exactly.
and I think they're looking at it in terms of like they're seeing the other games of service, and they're like, we should probably do something the same with Halo Infinite because
He's like,
we need more money.
I actually wouldn't mind that, like a Halo games that as like a service game.
Except we haven't seen them do that genre right yet.
Yeah.
Division 2 seems to have gotten close, but it's still not quite there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of, I don't know, like you have like a really big following for that game, and then you also have a pretty big following for Destiny 2. But even then, like the way like I feel as a Halo player, and like to where I want to switch from what I currently have, which is PlayStation, and my main shooting game right now, that I play like serious, is Overwatch. Okay, so being a player like I am, the whole thing about Halo Infinite is going to be the fucking gameplay. Because the thing that fucked up Halo 5 was the fucking gameplay. What they did is they ended up doing the fucking multiplayer where they centered around this MOG culture, this hardcore culture.
Huh.
And multiplayer suffered from it, and people just weren't having fun. People don't want to fucking try hard like all the fucking time, and I get that. I don't want to try hard all the time.
I can almost guarantee you that's not going to change.
I would hope, because I think that's what fucking killed Halo 5.
Oh no, hope all you want, but if you look at it outside of like the games for service, the only other reason they seem to be releasing games really is esports. And if they're going to be releasing another Halo, you know damn well that they're looking to have the esports community go in on it.
Yeah.
Which means that it's going to be focused around that MLG style.
That's true.
Like,
if you
it's
think,
just the hard reality.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's the reality of the situation. They're
Yeah,
gonna
but
focus
even
on
then
that.
though, even then though, you like Halo, as far as like a console shooter, was one of the biggest fucking esports back in the day.
absolutely.
Halo 2, Halo 3, even 1. And because you had your sandbox that was laid out, and then they made settings that fit their whole setting for the way like they think is like the best way to like fucking play. The fucking pro side. But the sandbox on its own stood to where you can have your casual market there. And then you have games that came out of it like fucking Griffball and Zombies and like stuff like that.
Griffball was awesome, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
And that's because they gave us this fucking sandbox, and then people expanded upon it with so many different game types, and then a pro game type. So I'm hoping that they fucking get it through their fucking head. That's what we want.
Maybe they'll do both. Like maybe they'll do a little bit of both. I mean, like Halo has roots in esports for, dating way back. You know, as you said, during the Halo 1 days.
Shit, I used to compete in local amateur competitions for Halo 2. Like, it goes way back.
Yeah,
That's
I
fucking
used
back to 2005. Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And it's not to behoove them to see that when they look around the esports scene, when they look what's going on with Dota 2, with Fortnite, with other competitors out there, like they are looking at what they've created and still support and having a way for them to support the esports scene, but also in a way also supporting the game for people who may see that and like say, oh, that looks really cool. Let me go buy the game and, you know, maybe learn Halo in that way. So that's the hope, the general hope. And there's obviously a big danger of it hurting the scene or hurting the game and going too much in that aspect versus the, you know, hey, I want you to sit down and play Halo. So it's definitely
Yeah.
a delicate balance that needs to be handled. And if you do one way or another, you're gonna end up hurting one scene or another.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of just feel like at the end of the day, we just needed to see gameplay. That's it.
Yeah, I think with the creative director leaving, I think that we won't see gameplay for a while. I mean, I would say the game's gonna get delayed, and we won't see anything until in 2 years. That's
And
my
like,
guess.
I just kind of hope though too is that they kind of like to. So you're bringing up about like, okay, like they're looking at like all these other games like fucking Fortnite, Apex, and all these other like
Yeah.
really big games. I kind of hope that they see that and just like, okay, no, let's make it core Halo, and then we'll build off of that.
You're thinking it from a fan view, not from a corporate
Yeah,
view.
yeah. No, you're right.
I'm sorry that it's what a lot of gamers do, and I love it, and I wish that the developers were allowed to look from that view, but they have to take that, and then they have to mirror it to the corporate decision of, no, we're making as much money as humanly fucking possible, and you're going to do what the fuck you say.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, but like
I don't want to crush hopes and dreams right now,
I know.
but
It's
Yeah.
it's
That's the way it goes. The way it goes. All about money.
It's the yin and yang. You know, you got creative and you got business, and you got to find a way to balance both of them and work together. It's
usually
tough.
business wins.
Yeah,
More than often than not. Yes.
Usually
Yeah.
business wins. Like, that's just a statement.
Yeah.
money talks.
Oh, it does. Absolutely. All the time.
As I like dip out of fucking frame real quick to get water. Like, business wins. Peace out.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah, so I think that's all I have to really say about the matter. I hope Halo Infinite's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Fucking dear God, I hope. I fucking hope.
we'll see. We'll see in due time.